Good morning, I'm Jeff Bailey, Loveland City Engineer, and as we're celebrating Walk and Bike Month through the month of June, I'm excited to share with you one of our long-planned multimodal roadway projects. Basically, this is a project that's been on the books since 1995. The City of Loveland actually acquired the right-of-way for the last piece of this roadway connection in 1995 as the Shadow Hills development was approved. This is basically a project that fills a gap in 37th Street from Monroe Avenue in the east all the way over to US 287 in the west. This project is a $5.4 million total cost. $1.5 million of that is in storm drainage improvements in the dry creek, very extensive storm drainage improvements. We armored the bank, we built a soil nail wall which keeps erosion from occurring in the future. The remainder of the money is all in the roadway work. We built the roundabout that we're standing in now, which is the roundabout at 37th Street and Monroe Avenue. And the roadway portion, again behind me, stretching to US 287, basically will include 2 lanes of traffic, 2 bike lanes, and sidewalks. All this goes all the way to US 287. In the future, the sidewalks to the east will be extended as these properties around us develop. That will be the requirement of those developers. The funding for the roadway portion of this project is almost entirely capital expansion fees. And capital expansion fees are the fees that developers pay when they develop property in the City of Loveland. And those fees go towards offsetting their impacts on the citywide transportation network. This is different than the fee you see if you look at your utility bills every month. You'll see that there's a transportation maintenance fee. Usually about $3 or $4. That money actually goes towards maintaining our roadways. It does not go towards building anything new. And actually, what we call our street rehabilitation program will be discussed in a later video. Some of you may be wondering, why another roundabout? Why do we construct this roundabout? Why do we construct so many roundabouts? The answer is actually pretty simple. Roundabouts save lives. When it comes to traffic crashes, traffic speeds are lower. Roundabouts are designed so that if 2 cars collide, it's generally only minor damage to the vehicle, and more importantly, it's only minor injuries that occur. In the City of Loveland, we have never had a fatality in one of our roundabouts. And that's one of the reasons it's one of the first things we look at when there's a new intersection control proposed. We look at a traffic signal, but we also look at roundabouts, mainly because you don't get those high-speed collisions. Yep. One of the things we're excited about in the City of Loveland is we're in the process of revising our transportation master plan. We do that about every 5 to 7 years. And we're expecting in the fall of this year, we'll be bringing forward what we call Connect Loveland. It's a new concept for the City of Loveland. We've never done this before, but it's a master plan that actually brings the bike and ped master plan, the transit master plan, and our transportation master plan all together in one document and looks at all the possible transportation methods in the city. So it's the first time that we've planned for all the modes in a single document. It's required a lot of involvement from the public. We've reached out, there have been several committees that have worked on this, so we really feel like this is a plan that's going to be representative of the desires of the community as a whole, rather than just a simple engineering document. One of the components of this project, and it's also one of the things that has made this project challenging and such a long-term endeavor, is Dry Creek, which runs just to the east of US 287. It flows to the north and feeds Horsetooth Reservoir. Well, the stream channel in the area of our roadway was severely eroded and required extensive construction in order to stabilize that embankment. And what our engineers decided to do to stabilize was build what's called a soil nail wall. It's a little bit of a misnomer because soil nails are more like large screws. If you think of an auger bit that's about 8 inches in diameter, but 20 feet long. It basically augers into the soil and creates a stable platform for concrete to be sprayed onto the ends of these nails. It creates a grid work, and then once the concrete is put on it, it basically looks like a concrete wall, but it is very stable. Shifts in the soil are not going to cause it to break or come apart, and it's going to be stable for a very long period of time. The channel itself, when the ditch is flowing with irrigation water, is very high velocity, which causes a lot of erosion on unengineered embankments. So in this case, we feel we're going to get a very long period of time, in excess of 20 years of life, out of the embankment that's been placed, which protects our roadway, and it basically ensures that that irrigation water is going to get where it needs to go for the long term. So again, as we're celebrating Bike and Ped Month, we know a lot of you are going to be excited to come out and see this project. I would ask you to refrain from entering the active construction zone. It is very dangerous. There's lots of heavy equipment moving out here, and we certainly wouldn't want anyone to get injured. However, we're expecting this project to be completed early August at this point. We have been a little slowed by the pandemic. More importantly, our contractors have had a difficult time keeping adequate staffing levels to keep the projects moving at a normal pace. However, they have worked hard, and they are working hard, and we're expecting again to be done in early August. And at that time, we'll put out the notifications on social media and on the city's website, and then we definitely want you to get out here and enjoy it.